Happy Thursday. It actually is Thursday today. Hello. Hi. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Sarah Miller-Cruz. I'm the English voice of Lumine and Genshin Impact. I also voice Angela in Trials of Mana and Caitlin and Roxanne in Pokemon Masters. And yeah, hello everyone! We are here to finish the Sumeru event! Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I missed y'all last Thursday, but hopefully you had a good week anyway. I'm so excited. So we are, I think, about halfway done with this event. The mods can correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, I'm super excited. Before we get started, I do want to thank my mods. Thank you to Archie and Brandon and Crazy and Crisp and Diamond and Crammon and Xander. Thank you to my wonderful mods, and special thanks to Xander for the time codes. Thank you. Thank you. I hope y'all are doing okay. I hope you're having a good week so far. And if not, I hope that maybe this will bring a little bit of light into your week, a little bit of joy. For those of you who haven't been here for a little bit, if you super chat $5 or more, my dog Remy gets a treat, and the dog that I'm watching, Baby, also gets a treat. He's a dog, but he's also a miniature horse. He's really big. So yay. Okay. Is there anything we need to discuss before we continue with this story quest? Is there anything we need to discuss? Oh, Glenn, thank you for the super chat. Glenn says, did you end up trying a Philly cheesesteak? Okay, so here's the thing. I did not, because I don't eat beef. But Crammon, one of our wonderful mods, who I finally got to meet in person at the con in Philadelphia, had one in my honor, and so therefore I feel like I did have one. Okay, I'm throwing it to Remy because he's over there. Doop, doop, doop. There you go. Okay. So yes, I did sort of have one. Not really, but kind of. One was eaten in my honor, and therefore I sort of maybe had one. What do you think? Does that count? I feel like it counts. I did have a piece of popcorn, caramel popcorn dipped in mayo, that I was dared to eat. And I did not like it. Not for me. It was not for me. Not my preference. Not my preference. Yes, exactly. In my heart, I have one. In my heart. Okay, so... yeah. This is it. Oh, okay. Before we get started, I do just want to give everyone a heads up. Next week, we'll be streaming as normal. It'll be great. The week after that, I will not be streaming because I will be in London. I am going to MCM. So if you live in the UK and want to say hi, I will be at MCM and I would love to say hi to you. So, I'm giving everyone a lot of warning. A lot of warning. Next week will be the same, the week after that will not, and I will not be doing the Voice Actor Among Us stream because I will be in London if it happens, which I hope it does. So yeah, yay, London. I did ask, my friend, I was like, will I be arrested immediately if I just start going up to random people and I just do like a really bad British accent? Like, hello, love. Pip, pip. You know, like, will they arrest me on sight? Hard to say. But I feel like, no, I feel like they'll be like, oh, look at that British person. You know what I mean? I feel like they'll be like, they'll be tricked. They won't know. They'll be like, wow, it's so good. So good. Craven, thank you for becoming a member for 17 months. Kermit says hashtag mayo popcorn. No! Hashtag no mayo popcorn. So, I didn't like it. Hello, love. What else do they say there? What else do they say in England? I'm British. That was pretty good. I feel like a lot of people will be like, she's British. Please, sir, may I have some more? I'd like a spot of tea. So I feel like they'll be like, like, you know, they won't even like phase them. They'll just be like, ah, yes, a fellow Brit. Not me, not Hermione, you. Yes, exactly. That's funny. They just yell at you over the bin bags. What's a bin bag? That sounds scary. That sounds scary. They go like this. Hey! That's my bin bag! Why are you looking at my bin bag? Oi! Step away from my bin bag! Okay, so like basically I'm British is what I'm hearing. Oh! Someone in the chat said, I feel like I'm back down south in Westminster. That's because I'm so believably British. I'm so believably British. Archie says, I sound American, and I've grown up speaking mostly American English. So I walked into the UK version of a dollar store to get garbage bags. And something else happened, but it took too long. I thought I would read slow enough that the next one would come up, but it didn't. Valley Girl British is real. I don't know what you're talking about. Because this whole time, I've sounded, until right now, when I'm speaking with American accent, before that, I sounded like a native British speaker. Oh, so Archie asked for garbage bags, and this lady went, did you mean the bin bags? Because they call garbage the bin. You know, where I'm from, England. In England, where I am from, that's what they say. They say the bin. And they don't call it a cart. We don't call it a cart, we call it a trolley. And they go, put your trolley away! Throw that in the bin! You know, me and all of the other people from England. Exactly, this right now, I'm putting on an American accent. This is my American accent. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Someone in the chat says, you're the most British person I've ever met. Thank you. Thank you, real. Thank you, everyone's saying the best accent ever. Oh, I'm so natural, thank you. That's because I was born in England, but then I have lived there my whole life. Actually, I'm in England right now. Sarah's British. What? Archie says, if I do that accent when they are with me, they're gonna walk away. Are you sure though? Because you might be like, wow, it's so good. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, whoa, she's so good at that accent. All right, let's get started. Huh? Oh, we have to go to the Akademiya booth. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we are doing the Sumeru event. Oh, I could really go with a spot of tea. Again, it's like shocking that y'all, you know what I mean? It's like, it's pretty natural accent right there. Sarah could walk into the palace, no problem. Hello, everyone! I'm here. Where was my invitation to the coronation? Hello! Hello, love! Hello, governor! Oh, wow. Crazy! Crazy! Crazy's here. I'm here to see if Ryden has gained any levels. Crazy, don't do me like that! Don't betray me like that! Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable!
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Shall I show you? Oh, well, you can't even see because my face is in the way. Ah! Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
That white-haired man I saw before the competition started. That secret conversation we overheard after the first round ended.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Akademiya Extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks,
The
I bet they
stench
do
of
dirty work
blood?
like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the diadem of knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once, so it's likely that they took advantage of the bustle to sneak in. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Core of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Akademiya and tell Amatra? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our part as well.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremites' reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed. But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
Confused. Okay.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that there's more than meets the eye here, too. But thinking like this isn't doing anything. Let's just go find Amatra.
How long is the banner that has Kaveh on it. How much longer is that banner? Cause Glenn, I know you donated.
Hey, isn't that the mantra we investigated Siraj with? Arav, wasn't it? Let's go talk to him.
Glenn, I know you donated. But I'm thinking maybe we'll pull next week if you feel like that's cool. Okay.
Hello, both. It's been a while. Do you have any issues to report? Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not all that surprising. The growing popularity of the Extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these super rich types.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect him?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru City. No one has been able to contact him. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit my estate. Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well, and decided to come here and try their luck.
So they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this.
Okay.
Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the open. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help them.
This is true.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
Do the Matra have any information at all on Sachin?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a very detailed file on him.
I'm laughing because they've said this name 6 times. And then as I was saying it, I was like, if somebody asked me how the person, literally the sentence before said it, well, my comprehensive listening skills are not on point tonight. I was like, oh my gosh. That's why I started laughing. I was like, wow, I'm not listening as closely as I should be. I'm like, yeah.
I've heard that Al-Haitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Good idea. Okay, we'll head back.
Wait, Al-Haitham's what?
See if we can find him.
I feel like this part we haven't gotten to in this story. Al-Haitham is who? Al-Haitham is what? Al-Haitham is okay. As a reminder, I have not finished the Sumeru story quest yet. So I was like, wait, what? Okay, we'll get to it next week. Just ignore what I said. Okay. Maybe within the next month. Look, a flower. Sumeru rose. wish I had a little dance break. Whoop, whoop. Ba 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 ba.
Hey, Nilu, have you seen Al-Haitham anywhere?
Al-Haitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records for us.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where he went. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
That's suspicious!
Yeah, actually, that sounds about right for him.
Oh, no, it's normal. Never mind.
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the extravaganza, so he probably doesn't stick around longer than he has to. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
A tavern? Maybe he went home?
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well check it out.
Da 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 da. Okay. Oh my gosh, I was trying to be sneaky and go a secret way, but it didn't work. Boop, 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 boop. What way am I going? Oh. Is this his house?
Let's try knocking.
Wait a second. Huh? There are no other houses around here. Why is this house just like in the middle of the road? Why is Al-Haitham's house just like by itself? I'm very confused. Very confused. There's like no, it's not like this is like a residential area. There's like no other houses. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a little knock. Here we go. I did the same one!
Maybe no one's home. Hello? Al-Haitham? Are you in? We need your help with something.
Oh, it's you two?
Kaveh!
Kaveh, you're home.
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Whoa!
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the Akademiya came here looking for Al-Haitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the whole city would know that I'm living here.
This is a nice house! Al-Haitham! This house is very nice. I also like that everything is in green, which is Al-Haitham's like color, I feel. I feel like green has to be Al-Haitham's favorite color, because I feel like he wears it, he's got it in the house. I feel like he's, you know, he has a favorite color that he just puts it everywhere.
You're pretty conscientious about this, huh? So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things to do.
Fair enough. So do you know where he is at the moment?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house.
Did you have a quarrel or something?
I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant at all.
Well, okay.
I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now?
I'm confused. Is Kaveh older than Al-Haitham? Were we supposed to know that already? Because I'm confused because Al-Haitham's not in school anymore. He is. Oh, he's 2 years older. Oh, so he's like, you're older, so you should know better. Wow, Al-Haitham, you need to relax. Okay. Crisp says, I just assumed Al-Haitham was older because his hair is gray. Are you trying to say that, like, his hair, he's, like, already starting to go gray? Which, like, honestly, that's fair, though, because I do know some people whose hair started to go gray, like, very young. But I feel like if his hair is growing, gray, it's because everyone else stresses him out all the time.
And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
That's rude.
Yeah, that does sound like something Al-Haitham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single time.
I just need to take a moment. Archie said, Sarah's an Al-Haitham apologist. Absolutely not. That is not what's happening here. However, I will roast Al-Haitham day in and day out, but you know what I'm not gonna do is shame him for prematurely going gray, because that happens to people, and I don't want people to think that that's not an okay thing that happens. So, I will roast Al-Haitham on his lack of empathy, and you know, the way that he's like very bossy and keeps secrets, and also why he just has one bicep showing, but I will not roast him on if he's going prematurely gray, because if that is what's happening, he can't help it. That's not his fault. No, Exactly. I will roast him. It's just not the hair. There's so much more to roast him for. There's so much more going on with Al-Haitham that the hair is like not even important. You know what I mean? He's got so much going on that makes him problematic and not like but like I'm like annoying, problematic, that I don't need to get into his hair. Mostly it's his one bicep. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm like, not even, do you even lift? Do you even go to the gym? He's like, yeah, for just this arm. Oh, okay, Al-Haitham. Also, Al-Haitham, you know what? If you're so obsessed with your muscles, consider a leg day. I said it. Consider a leg day at the gym, Al-Haitham. Okay. Consider it. Just think about it. Squats who? Squats what? Never heard of him. Al-Haitham has never heard of him. Yep. I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, Al-Haitham, why don't you back off of Kaveh, okay? Get off of Kaveh's back. Kaveh is trying his hardest, and you're trying to be like, oh, you're 2 years older. You know what? You know what? At least Kaveh's not out here being like, look at my really strong bicep, and then just ignoring the leg day. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that.
Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on.
So wait a minute! Wait a minute! So Kaveh does all the cleaning and all the tidying? Kaveh does all the cleaning, all the tidying, and what is Al-Haitham doing? Me, luck is not on your side. Yeah, you know what, Al-Haitham? You know what? Luck may not be on Kaveh's side, but at least Kaveh knows to take the trash out, okay? At least Kaveh is a clean and tidy person. To me, that means Kaveh? Point for Kaveh. What, Al-Haitham? You don't make your bed? You don't make your bed? You don't do your laundry? You don't take the trash out? Kaveh's doing that for you. You could show some gratitude, okay? You could be more thankful. You don't need to be saying to Kaveh, oh, your luck is really bad. You know what? Kaveh doesn't need luck. Kaveh doesn't need luck because Kaveh knows how to do the dishes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay? Oh, he pays for everything. You know what? Kaveh has the skills of a real life adult, okay? Kaveh is like, oh, sorry that I can't, pay my bills right now, but you know what I do know how to do, Al-Haitham? My laundry. My laundry. Do you know how to do the laundry, Al-Haitham? Do you know where the trash can is? You don't. You don't. Okay? So, that's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. Kaveh has life skills. Kaveh knows how to, take care of himself. Not everything is about money, Al-Haitham. Not everything is about money, okay? Wow. Archie says, Kaveh hates it when Al-Haitham touches anything around the house. Yeah, probably because he messes it up. I'm on Kaveh's side, okay? Kaveh is like, don't touch that because you're gonna mess it up. And I agree. I'm like, okay, I just cleaned this kitchen. Okay, I just cleaned this kitchen. I don't need you to mess up my system. Do you know what I mean? So, okay. I'm on Kaveh's side here. That's all I have to say about that. Also, if you haven't already, like this video.
See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already, it certainly will be after today.
And the paintings are his too? Okay. See, Kaveh moved into this house that belongs to Al-Haitham. There were no paintings on the walls. The walls were bare. Okay? The walls were bare. Kaveh made this house a home. Kaveh made this house a home. So whose house is it really? Okay? Whose house is it really?
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet. How can you afford it?
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here for good. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win.
I believe in you.
I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But are you sure you'll be all right?
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality flaws too.
Oh, about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Farozan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself to help those desert foxes.
Those are good things!
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that?
Yeah, I agree with Kaveh. Why would you feel guilty?
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself at risk. Fainting in the middle of the desert, for example. Was that really worth it?
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Al-Haitham's help with, anyway?
We'd like him to help us look into Sachin.
Sachin?
Sachin.
Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find them.
Yeah, find the papers! Okay, Kaveh is helpful. Kaveh is a clean roommate. Kaveh is an art lover. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
This is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the side. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's see what he's got on Sachin.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this. Oh gosh, he looked withered. He looked withered and weary at age 32. He looked withered and weary. Ah! Okay, 20 years have passed since then. Okay.
That was a lot of information. Paimon's getting a headache. So, to sum up, Sachin put the Akademiya in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research, right? He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well.
Whoa!
Oh, that must be worth heaps and heaps of mora.
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts, then buy a new place, and still have cash to burn. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's array, except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of yourself there, mister.
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper tucked in between these pages. Did Al-Haitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Let's see. Two phrases have been circled. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And diadem of knowledge. Some of this stuff stuff is just plain incomprehensible. Is this written in some other language?
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Give me a second. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. I can't guarantee it's 100% accurate. There's another smaller line of text underneath. Why would he bring that up?
Wow, it's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself a little with this script at the time.
Oh, interesting. So, any idea what Al-Haitham meant by all this?
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of the world.
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here.
Let's hope Arab's made some progress.
Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But until then, let's just head out for a stroll.
Little decisions. What could have been going through his mind when he wrote that?
Okay, so this is the front. Which one of these is the front door? Oh, the library! This is the biggest house ever! Okay. I have to admit something. I have to admit something. Are these their rooms? Are these their bedrooms? Is that why I can't open it? Hello? Let me in! I want to see! No, it's not private. I want to go in their rooms and see how they decorated. Okay. I have something to admit. I have something to admit. This house is very pretty. Even I would be willing to be roommates with Al-Haitham in order to live in this house. I really like the library. Even I would stoop so low. Even I would stoop so low as to be willing to be roommates with Al-Haitham. But just because it's a pretty house. Look at all of these things. Look how much space there is. Y'all, look how much room there is for activities. Look how tall the ceiling is. Look at the pretty windows. Look at the library. Wow. Look how pretty. Okay. Okay, time for us to leave. Hey, wait a minute. What is my camera doing here? That is my camera. Did Al-Haitham steal my camera? I do have... Oh, yeah! Somebody said I should...
There are still so many places for us to explore.
Little decisions. What could have been going through his mind when he wrote that? Did he leave these notes there on purpose? Or was this sheer coincidence? No. But if it wasn't a coincidence, then...
No way! She can read their minds! Ah! Stop! Someone in the chat said that Al-Haytham's a TikToker. He has that camera set up because he's a TikToker. That is hilarious. I love that. Okay, let's leave. Okay, the following day. Also, have you liked this video? Also, have you subscribed? Because if you haven't done either of those things, that would be cool if you did them. But only if you want to do them. If you don't want to, you don't have to. No pressure.
Paimon just heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's go to the Akademiya and check with Araf.
Where am I going? Oh. Ah! Ah!
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait.
Whoa!
Then it starts to get messy.
But I thought no one knew
During
what
the
Sachin
interrogation,
looked like.
we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
Huh?
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure. Let's go get to the bottom of all this.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Okay, so the child was like, uh-oh, if Dad finds someone that he likes in this competition, all of the money goes to them. So the child was like, I'm gonna kidnap my dad, so he can't see any of them, so he can't like any of them, so I can have my inheritance. Wow. Oh, hello, birds. Whoa! Why is...
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Giovanni, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the Akademiya for further interrogation.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare.
Okay.
As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the Akademiya, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired. That's my inheritance, by rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
Were you seriously planning to...
Of course. Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the Akademiya doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
So, did you find him?
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
What do you know about the Diadem of Knowledge?
Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the Akademiya? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the Akademiya, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the Akademiya. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
Awkward!
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this.
I don't really want to
Thanks
get
for providing us
involved
with the
in
critical
this
information.
family
Do you still have any
dynamic.
lingering concerns?
The Diadem of Knowledge.
Yeah, Al-Haitham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haitham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
He was like, if you see my dad, tell him this. Oh, no, thank you. That's a pass for me, but I appreciate the offer. Okay, I feel like, okay, we're just gonna take like a super quick detour. Just a super quick detour, just like really fast. It won't take hardly any time at all. Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's down here, maybe? Yay! No, okay, bye. We did it!
Karina!
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Some new information has come to light.
This is pretty serious. Let me think. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. We moved it there before the third round began. In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time.
We have to give it a shot.
I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
All right, let's go.
Let's go!
That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Look at these treasure chests!
Flames! Purge!
Oh no, I have Nahida! I have Nahida!
Think you can get away?
I'll keep this close.
I'll keep this close. Sorry, Nahida, but you've gotta go. If I'm gonna do
What
fighting...
shall we do?
Then I need Zhongli. Okay. Boop. This area is so pretty. It makes me suspicious.
Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Whoa, look, the grass lights up! Ah! How cool is that?
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Here we go. Bellowing thunder.
Bellowing thunder!
I'll keep this close.
I'll keep this close.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray.
That guy enters the fray.
Arizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
Al-Haitham, you're being so rude. Hey! That's a good catch.
It's Kave's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
I hate it!
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research.
No, I don't like it.
Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
Literally, who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind.
Huh?
Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned.
No thank you, no thank you.
You meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashon Championship.
No.
The Akademiya has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Huh? Say what now?
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. And that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter.
Oh. Huh.
Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. Exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
Aww.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the Akademiya manage my estate.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the Akademiya was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The Akademiya has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all.
It's a lot of pressure.
And help to move the world onto a better path.
That's too much pressure for Kaveh.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent. Yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
Say no, Kaveh, say no!
Will be of great utility to me.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh.
No.
And complete the journey that I could not.
Kaveh, please don't. No, don't. He's gonna inhabit your body or something really scary. No, don't do it! No, please.
Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart?
No, I don't like it.
I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at all.
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Good job, Kaveh.
I guess that'll be the end of that.
Kaveh.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Inter-Darshan Championship.
Yay, Kaveh!
As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
I'm proud of you, Kaveh.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file.
Al-Haitham. Al-Haitham, something really intense and emotional just happened. And I think I speak for all of us when I say you could give us a little bit of something. Okay, you could give us a congratulations, Kaveh. Way to make the right choice, Kaveh. This, fact only kind of empathyless situation, we've gotta work through it, okay? Okay? Al-Haitham, you gotta work on your compliments, maybe like, wow, Kaveh, you did so good, instead of, I will make a record of this incident on file.
The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
Wow.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here, I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You've long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it.
Okay, so that first sentence, I had this thought, oh my gosh. Is Al-Haitham saying something nice? And then this, and then this. You have long, despite the fact that in my view it is quite ridiculous. Okay, Al-Haitham, it's not a compliment if you follow it up with something mean.
Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition,
Good
not
for
my
you.
views.
Good for you, Kaveh. Good for you sticking up for yourself. Next time, bring up the fact that Al-Haitham could focus on his legs. You know what I mean? Next time he's like, you should focus on your flaws. Be like, hey, Al-Haitham, focus on your legs. Do a squat. Do one squat.
Congratulations, Kaveh.
There we go.
Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
What?
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected.
Concise. But you know what?
Would you like to say a few words,
Congratulations, Kaveh!
I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are
Kaveh!
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either.
Kaveh!
Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the Sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case,
Poor
I
Sino.
declare the award ceremony over. Let's
Sino
give our
just
champion
really wants that
Kage
card.
one last big round of applause.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Why would I do that?
Aw,
It's of no use to me
Kage!
whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Kage is so
Whoa,
sweet.
whoa, this is a super big deal. You should do it yourself.
I agree.
Come on, let's go find Sino.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Paimon!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
Aww.
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
This like
That's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity.
Aw.
But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
Huh? How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Aww.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny.
Sino.
Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Ah! There we go.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the Akademiya.
Really? Well then, sure, Madame Farazan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there are some other options too. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the Akademiya. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
Aww! You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh by later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though.
I don't know where Hat Guy went. I forgot he was going by Hat Guy.
She was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
If you don't come to Sumeru City often, classic floral designs aren't a bad choice. Those don't really go out of style. And of course, since you're putting this on your body, you need to consider the type of fabric the clothes are made from. Some materials might look stunning, but they can be terribly uncomfortable to wear.
Agreed. After all, is fashion not the constant phasing in and out of classics? In that sense, you could always consider the style I suggested too.
Wait, sorry, ma'am, but I think it could be quite a while before the style you recommended comes back into fashion.
Oh yeah, because she's like dressed like old-fashioned, like because she's
is quite beautiful.
Isn't it just? You have a discerning eye, my dear.
I love Farazan. Okay, wait. Do they each have like a different? Oh.
If you don't come to Sumeru City often, classic floral designs aren't a bad choice. Those don't really go out of style. And of course, since you're putting this on your body...
Agreed.
Wait,
I actually think that...
Isn't it just?
So we did this.
Welcome. Get your spices here. We've got all kinds.
Huh? Oh. Ah!
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the third round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Layla!
I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
We love you, Layla!
Going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
This is so cute.
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Al-Haitham's gone missing in action, too. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Madra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale.
You get me, Kale.
It's a good thing Al-Haitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Al-Haitham.
I sense that Al-Haitham has in fact been here with us all along.
Oh
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
That's funny.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Chills down my
spine. Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Al-Haitham. Tighnari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along, maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the Akademiya for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
There are still so many places for us.
Since everyone is free, why don't we play a few matches of Genius Invocation TCG?
Eager to show off your new limited edition card, are you?
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help. Only my best friend will have the honor of seeing this card's debut play.
Alright, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me though, so I'll need to borrow one.
Actually, Master, I made a new one a few days back.
Don't tell me you've been spending all your study hours playing cards.
Come on, no need to be so stern. They do say that your innate interests are your best teacher, don't they? This was some pretty successful ordering today. Not a dish wasted. Oh, I almost forgot. I should order a couple of extra things to take back home.
Hey! It's been so nice not having to study these last few days. I hope I don't fall behind. Wait. Uh-oh. I've completely forgotten where I was up to.
I wonder when Kaveh will be able to pay off his debts. I wish him the best of luck.
Why is Tainari's about Kave's debt?
I see everything.
Ah, it's because this thing is in the way. Okay.
Everyone hold hands.
With this limited edition card in my deck, I have reached peak connection with my cards. This is my most worthwhile purchase in quite some time.
Wow, okay, so we finished the event, y'all.
Well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Sachin's research.
Oh, right! Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with... but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish! It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Aru Village?
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all the time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his suits. Alright then, let's head off to Aru Village and try our luck!
Al-Haitham! What are you doing here?
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Al-Haitham, what are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait, so you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey.
Okay, not him calling Kaveh that architect. Okay. Okay. Al-Haitham, you are on thin ice. Thin ice!
Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was.
Clearly.
Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way.
No!
Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective. Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse?
I don't agree with that.
All of that's true?
No.
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Those words you wrote among your notes. What did that line written in ancient script mean?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. Alright then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Look at Lumine's face.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research.
Okay. We have to do some unpacking here. Let's just unpack that statement right there. I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. So he knows that Kaveh is going to be a good friend and make sure he has food to eat. So he knows that. So he knows that Kaveh is thoughtful and is going to be like, you know what, Al-Haitham's not here, I'm going to pack up some food for leftovers. So he knows that. He didn't even have to think about it. He knows it. Okay, so Kaveh, good friend, taking care of you, Al-Haitham. Where are your compliments, Al-Haitham? Why are you so rude to Kaveh all the time? He is such a good friend that he's bringing you leftovers from the restaurant and you're out here being like, you're so flawed. It's the elephant in the room. I am blown away. I am shocked. Wow. Oh yeah, and then he calls him That architect? Huh? Huh? That architect? You mean your friend? You mean your roommate who makes sure that you have food to eat, who brings leftovers home for you? Huh? That architect? Oh, you mean Kaveh. You mean Kaveh. Wow. Al-Haitham, tisk tisk. Okay, Archie. So Al-Haitham pays the rent, but you know what? He already paid for that building. You know what I mean? He's gonna pay the mortgage on that building whether Kaveh lives there or not. Have you considered that? Have you considered that? So that's on Al-Haitham, okay? That's on Al-Haitham. Kaveh is a good friend, and Al-Haitham needs to step up his friendship game.
He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be? Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and Hat Guy.
Hat Guy.
Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship? Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
A little. Actually, not really.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nahida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the
Scaramouche.
successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
We did it! Now the quest is complete, I think. Huh? But where do I go? This is the Akademiya, okay. Where am I going? Oh, there! Oh! I did not see them.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
Where were you while the rest of us were eating together?
I don't recall being obligated to report my whereabouts to you.
Did you go find another hidey hole to read in? You need to change your ways, you know. You can't survive on books alone.
Surviving on meals paid for by you would be harder still.
You? Whatever. It doesn't take a genius to guess what you've been up to. You were investigating Sachin, weren't you? It was obvious from your notes. However, I don't believe his research alone would have been enough to pique your interest. His way of doing things is disturbing, while you... Well, to be fair, your philosophy disgusts me too, but you and Sachin are nothing alike. I don't imagine your views intersect at all. Egoism and nihilism are not the same thing.
My personal interests aside, Sachin's legacy is not entirely meaningless. He conducted experiments on a great scale and left his findings behind. Also, thanks for the compliment, but I'm actually just passing through. I didn't come here for the conversation. Well, not this one at least.
Wow, Al-Haitham.
What do you mean? What topic of conversation could be more sacred among scholars than the exploration of differing philosophies?
Well, based on what I've learned, Sachin and his disturbing way of doing things, as you put it, is very likely to have met your father 20 years ago.
What did you say? Wait, so... No. Surely that doesn't mean... Huh. So that's why he thought I looked familiar. My father must have gone into the desert due to his influence.
I'm afraid so.
Good thing I shattered that diadem. From now on, nothing like that will ever have to happen again.
The boundaries of knowledge are ever expanding. Someone else will inevitably pick up the same line of research one day, and Vahumana regards it as a reasonable research direction.
Oh, not this again. Even if you're right and people are bound to fall into the same intellectual traps, things won't necessarily go the same way again next time. You have to admit that the actions of one individual don't always predict the behavior of the group, and vice versa. Take Sachin, for instance. He's quite an anomaly.
And so is the one who stopped him. You. Conflicts of this nature are indeed exceptional, but it will occur again in the future. You said it yourself. The actions of one individual cannot predict the behavior of a whole group. You know that not everyone would have chosen as you did.
Even so, I stand by my views. You can forget about trying to convince me.
That's fine. We've been arguing over this for years, and I don't hold any hope of you understanding. The issue we're debating has long since moved on from who's right and who's wrong.
Thanks for letting me know all this.
What?
I said, thanks for letting me know. Hey, stop acting like you didn't hear me. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
They say that earnest thanks should be given thrice, so one more time, please.
Huh? Where'd they go?
Welcome to the Akademiya.
That was weird. Okay, I feel like this is the end of this event. I think we finally finished the event. Yay! We finished the event. Ooh, 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 ooh. Should I do my commissions before ending today's stream? I feel like yes. Because otherwise I'm not going to do them. Not because I don't want to, but because I will forget. So let's do my commissions. And then we'll end today's stream.
Give me a moment to compose myself.
Let's do our commissions. Take this. Ah! Oh no! Ah! Ah! Everybody say thank you, Archie. And Crammon! Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Everybody say thank you, Crammon. Thank you, Archie and Crammon. Everybody say thank you. Take this!
Put your back into his front!
Why are there 2 of them?
Race to the wicked! Get out of my way!
No, that one's the water one! Use your fire!
Crumble! Quake to the bone! No slacking off! Ow! Race to the wicked! Not breaking a sweat! It isn't time for a break yet! Gather!
Lightning flash!
Don't get in the way!
This is order.
Okay, fight!
Crumble! Flash frost! It's time for
break
flash frozen
Rise!
Oh, cause this one's healing him! Ah!
No slacking off!
Get out of here! No wonder it's not working! Use your fire! D-Luke! Oh, for the love of... Okay.
Order guide
Take this!
Disgusting.
Yay! Oh, no! Why?
You can't run! This should be fun.
No!
Stabilize.
You're kidding me!
Dawn, break forth. I will have order.
Bellowing thunder! Bellowing thunder!
You can't run! Well, no slacking off! Counterattack!
Race to the wicked.
This should be fun. Don't be a killjoy!
This is order.
Looks like I went too far. It isn't time for a break
Dark,
yet.
break force.
Lightning flash!
There we go, there we go. Lightning slash! Go! Go! Yeah!
Crumble!
I will have order.
This is truly so quiet.
Yay! Ooh, 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 ooh. We did it! That was stressful. I don't like that one. I don't like the Hydra one. Ah! That's fine. fight the ruin machines. Fine.
Solidify. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Flames, purge. Quake. Yeah. 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 Order guide you.
Order guide you. Goodbye. Like how fast we're doing these commissions. What would life be like if I did them every day? Hard to say. That's not for me to know. Where?
Lightning flash!
Crumble.
That was funny.
Rise.
Time for takeoff.
Dawn, break forth. I will have order.
Take this!
Stop it! Get away from that! No! Ah! No, stop it! Ah!
Yahoo! Think you can get away? Bellowing thunder!
Darn it! Okay, I have to go heal. I forgot I had to protect that thing! I forgot!
Lay waste to the wicked.
Lightning flash!
Get away from my thingy!
Order guide you.
Order guide you! Get away from me! Get away! No! You stop it right now!
Time for takeoff. Take this!
Oh no! Ah!
Dawn, break forth.
That's right. Yay! Okay, let's go turn in our thingies.
Add Astra.
Add extra applesauce.
Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
Add extra applesauce. Add extra applesauce. No! Ah! No. Goodbye. Do. All right, everyone. This is the end of the stream. I'm just doing some cooking, and then we're gonna end the stream. I hope that y'all had an amazing time, and I hope to at least see some of you in 2 weeks in London. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go back to Sumeru to end the stream. Alright, y'all. This is a great stream. I hope you had a good time. Or as, you know, we say, you know, me and all of my British other people who are British. We say, cheerio! Pip pip! Hope you had a good time. Cheerio! What else do they say? What else do we say? Us British people. Oh, cheers! What else do us British people say when we say goodbye? Oh yeah, off you pop! Like and subscribe! Drink a bit of tea! Make sure to hit that bell! Toodaloo! Just like Big Ben, you gotta ring-a-ding-ding the bell. Ding-ding. Big Ben who? Hit that bell! Ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding that bell. Oh, that's right. I hope you enjoyed this stream. And, that's it. This is the end of the stream. Okay. I had so much fun. I will see y'all again next week. We are going to continue the Sumeru story quest most likely. And as always, thank you to my wonderful mods. Thank you to Xander and Kramen and Diamond and Crisp and Crazy and Brandon and Archie. Thank you to my wonderful mods. They should be tagged in the description of this video. And thank you to all of you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming to watch. I hope you have a fun time. I always do. And yeah, this is it. This is the end of the stream. Let's mute the game. All right, y'all. I will see you next time. Toodaloo. What you still doing here? Have you hit that bell? Ding ding. Go off for a spot of tea. Get out of here. Okay, bye. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Ring-a-ding-ding! Hit that bell! Okay, bye for real now. Bye! Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe! Okay, bye.